What if one act of kindness could change your whole life? She thought she was just helping a stranded stranger. She didn't know he was about to return with something that would leave the entire town speechless. Stick around for this heart-touching story of generosity, destiny, and unexpected rewards. And if stories like these move you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we've got more stories that restore your faith in humanity coming every week. The sun had just started to dip below the hills of Redridge County, casting amber light on the quiet highway that snaked through the farmland. Clara Reeves, covered in grace, tugged her mechanic gloves tighter as she leaned into the engine bay of an old rusted Ford pickup. The man beside her looked embarrassed, shifting his weight like he wanted to help but didn't know how. His name was Jack. He was a stranger, stuck on the side of the road with a smoking truck and no cell signal. Most people would have kept driving. Clara didn't. She ran Reeves Auto Repair, a small garage her late father built with bare hands and pride. Business had slowed over the years, especially since the big chain repair shops moved into town. But Clara never turned anyone away, especially not someone in trouble. When she'd spotted Jack on the side of Route 11, she pulled over without thinking twice. "Pop the hood," she'd said with a confident smile. "Let's see what we've got." Jack had explained he was just passing through, on his way to visit an old friend out west. Clara worked quickly, diagnosing a busted radiator hose and a misfiring ignition coil. The truck was old, older than her, and badly in need of TLC. It would take a while, but she had parts in her garage. She towed him back herself, offered him coffee, and got to work. Jack tried to pay, but she wouldn't hear it. "You're a good man in a rough spot," Clara said. "That's not a crime." Oh, Jack was stunned. "Why would you help a complete stranger like that?" Clara just shrugged, wiping sweat from her brow. "Because someone once helped me when I needed it most. I've never forgotten that." Oh, she had no idea that Jack wouldn't forget this moment either. The next morning, Jack's truck was running like new. He tried again to pay, this time with folded cash and stubborn insistence, but Clara refused once more. "Call it a good deed," she smiled. "Pay it forward." He thanked her again and drove off, leaving a trail of dust behind his tailgate. Clara figured she'd never see him again. She didn't need to. That's not why she helped. But 5 days later, a flatbed truck pulled into her lot. At first, Clara thought it was a delivery for someone else. But then she saw Jack climbing down, wearing a wide grin and dusty boots. Behind him, on the bed of the truck, was a gleaming red toolbox set worth more than most used cars. Top of the line, industrial grade, complete with diagnostic scanners, welders, compressors, and even a brand new hydraulic lift. Clara's jaw dropped. "I told you I'd be back," Jack said. "You wouldn't take my money, so I figured I'd find another way. I don't understand. Why would you do all this?" Jack looked serious now. "Because you reminded me of what this country used to be. My father was a mechanic, just like yours. I watched corporations squeeze the soul out of his shop until he gave up. You fixed my truck not because you had to, but because it was the right thing to do. And that meant something to me." He explained that he wasn't just some passerby. He was the founder of a private trucking logistics company, one that partnered with hundreds of garages nationwide. And he was tired of seeing good people like Clara disappear. So he decided to change that, starting with her. "I want to partner with you. I'll send customers your way, real ones. Good work for good people. You deserve more than just staying afloat. You deserve to thrive. Tears welled in Clara's eyes. This wasn't just about a donation. It was about validation. Someone saw her, saw what she was trying to do, and they cared enough to help her grow. In the following weeks, the garage transformed. The lift helped her work faster. The new tools saved hours, and Jack's clients trickled in. Ranchers, travelers, truckers with breakdowns and stories of their own. Word spread. People talked. Clara Reeves, the girl who helped a stranger without expecting anything, was now the face of old-fashioned honesty with modern grit. Local papers picked up the story. One headline read, "Kindness pays off. Mechanics' compassion leads to business boom." People came not just for the repairs, but to shake her hand, hear the story, and feel a little closer to something good. And Clara, she stayed the same. Same coffee pot, same dusty overalls, same open heart. Except now, every time she tightened a bolt or patched a tire, she knew it wasn't just a job. It was a chain reaction. A ripple of humanity. She and Jack stayed in touch. He'd drop by every few weeks with another truck in need, or just a box of donuts and a story. "People don't forget kindness," he said once. "They carry it with them like fuel." Clara nodded. She believed that now more than ever, sometimes the smallest act of kindness becomes the spark that lights up someone's entire future. Clara fixed a truck. Jack fixed her trajectory. That's the kind of story the world needs more of. And if you believe in kindness, hope, and humanity, don't just scroll away. Subscribe to our channel. Because here, every story reminds you that doing good always comes back around. Hit like, leave a comment, and share this with someone who needs a little inspiration today.